Got it.
What's it?
Yeah, got it like 3
Got
times.
it.
Got it. All right, there we go. All got it for me. All righty, y'all. Peaceful greetings, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here at Morocco at Northwest of Maxim. How are you? I'm here with my magnificent bros. They are.
Peace. Namaste, Brother Corey Bey.
Peace. How are you? Terrell to my Bay here once again.
Yes, indeed. Namaste to the broski doskies. Alrighty, so we're going to kick this off like we did last cycle. We're going to bring up Sirius again. And I'm just going to do what I do over here, on the keys. And we're going to go through the calendar. And what calendar is that? It's in here in my hand, of course. For the portion that I printed out for myself for November, right? We have November there, right? And we're about here, and in red it says veterans, right? So that's a shout out to Brother Asima, Kyle Martellel, all righty, and anyone else out there that's considered a vet, all righty. However, we're not advocating though, anything but civilization, right? Of course, moral law and high principles. And shout out to that, live. Shout out to Brother Cujo, Ottawa, Canaan Land. He did a presentation yesterday, I think it was. And, showing someone's dissertation, using contemporary terms that is just like, this music's so apropos as I'm talking about it. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Hey, let me tell you about this asshole. No, I'm joking. No, it's someone who had wrote something obviously according to their mindset. Brother Cujo did an excellent presentation, presented it, and then, was just showing what it is with, I say Caliph Charles Mosley Day because Caliph defends. And, being astrologers, the responsibility isn't heavy when you enjoy doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to do it, it's a little different, but it is what it is. Gets a little heavy when you're trying, but when you're just flowing, it's just like, whoa. So anyway, with that being said, going to get this going with me and my magnificent bros. We have Thursday, we have Brother Terrell Tamari Bey knocking out Thursday the 11th. Alrighty, it's also being termed contemporarily Veterans Day. Alrighty, the 12th we have for the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th is Brother Corey Day, right? For Moon Day, we have Tuesday, we have Brother Terrell, and closing out for Odin's Day, right? Next Odin's Day, Ludin's Day, right? Eloah Raphael, next Wednesday. For the 17th, we have Brother Corey closing this out, right? So, let me go over here and get this screen share going, actually. Let me go and get this. Oh, you know what? I got that one going. However, before we get a little started, we're going to hit screen share on this one also. So let's see. Yes. Alrighty. So let us get into that. You guys should see the calendar now, correct?
Indeed.
Yes. All right. So right there, the November calendar, what we're going over. However, let's get it started proper, guys. I'd like to welcome you to our 7hillstar.com. All right. 7hillstar.com. Astro calendar. March, Aries 2021 to February, Pisces 2022. Time never was when man was not. And we're quoting El Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Alrighty, and so we are inspired by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. El Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, doing religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali, as well as we are inspired by the Caliph, Charles Mosley Bey. And that's according to my studies thus far. You know, no one else has to adopt the term Caliph. If you choose to, great. I trust that you're doing that according to your studies, right? Not just, you know, parroting me or mimicking me or anything like that. So, you know, you guys ever hear me really say things 9 times out of 10, if not 11 times out of 10, I done really like looked at that word, right? So anyhow, with that being said, let's get this going on back to November, right? This is where we are, guys. So like I said, you can see that we're going to go through 11th through the 17th. Brother Terrell, I, Brother Corey. Brother Corey, I, Brother Terrell, Brother Corey. That's Thursday through Wednesday. All righty. So come on back here. We're going to stop the screen share here so you guys can see me back. All righty. And we're starting out with the sunrise. All righty, Brother Terrell, Tamari Bey. I yield the floor to you, my beloved brother, whom I'm well pleased. Turn these hot tunes down for a second. Islam, peace and love. Islam, peace and love.
Islam. All righty. So tomorrow, 11/11, 1441. I almost said 2021. 1441. 2021, contemporarily speaking. All right. So the sun seems to rise at 650 minutes. And it seems to set at 1650. That's interesting. At 450. All righty. So the first aspect that we're going to look at here is the moon. Not the moon. Well, yeah, the moon squares sun. Or the sun squares the moon. Or the moon squares the sun. So the sun is in Scorpio. And the moon is in Aquarius. Right? 12th house, 3rd house. Huh. Interesting.
Muy interesante.
So, you know, some discombobulated energies within like individuality or some leadership that's looking to be emphasized would definitely be challenged. So it's best to, you know, articulate yourself efficiently and, you know, not let your emotions, you know, dictate your response, so to speak. This would definitely be also a good time to, you know, do what you like to do, like, let's say, aerobics, stuff like that, you know, just being more active, so to speak, and working the mind in some way, whatever way it really is mentally stimulating, you know, working out, so to speak, whatever, something like that. But, you know, control your emotions and utilize them to accomplish something instead of destroying something, right? And we're going to move on to the moon conjunct Jupiter. This is the only 2 aspects for tomorrow, right? Well, you know, in a sense, exact aspects, so to speak, exactitude, right? So the moon is going to conjunct Jupiter. So that is, yeah, it's a good time to get into some literature, read some books, you know, stimulate your mind again, you know, but definitely with literary works. It could be audiobooks too, maybe, since we're dealing with the 11th house. 12th house. 12th house again. Yeah, so, you know, very a lot of mental stimulation and expanding on it. So again, doing the things that mentally stimulates you. So you know, expand your personality, your subconscious, you know, trusting your intuition and things like that. That's at the forefront. So yeah, literature. I'm always talking about reading whoever you like, so you do that. That may be, it will be beneficial for sure. Whoever you are connected to, whatever literary work or literary artist that you are connected to, or whatever artist that writes books that you are connected to, connect with those books, old or new. I would more so say with older, you're, kind of reviewing something that you already pretty much know. So you're kind of, going to the next level with this. So yeah, look to expand and be more open-minded, so to speak, right? More receptive, but not passive. Yeah.
I was very interested at your first testimony where I saw Vestos rising with the sun at 27 degrees, and it's still there. I'm just a little curious. So if you don't mind, before I get started, just real quick, I just want to see something real quick because of the sign and house that Vestas in. I'm very curious. So I'm going to kind of do some, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain type stuff. Pardon me. Let's go previous. That's what we want. All right. Is that, hold on. Where? Hold on. Previous. All right, that was the first one, right? Square.
It was sun square moon.
I wonder why it's not dropping back.
Yeah, it was 12th house, 3rd house, right?
So,
yeah.
All right, hold on, let me see. 90. Boom. Hold on, next. It took me to December on the next. I'm trying to see the previous stuff. That's wild, Joe. It won't take me to the 10th. By date. All right. So it was 7:46 it took place, right? So let me hit next. Just to double check. All right, that's the chart we're looking for, right? I'm
19, 19, yeah, that's it.
I'm really curious about that. That's the bro. Like, I'm really, hold on, let me hit save real quick. Like, I'm really curious about that. That's the, all right. Yep, that's what I thought. Sexual transformation. That's exactly what I thought was going on. I'm like, yo, that's like the quote unquote morning wood, kind of. It's in Scorpio and in the 12th house, but it's kind of like Marvin Gaye sexual healing kind of situation because Vesta in the 12th house is like the sign or mark of like someone in the past life that could have been like like a temple prostitute or a bestial virgin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I was like, hey, there's Vesta in the 12th house again, but it's in Scorpio. Like, whoa. But anywho, I'm over that. All right, let's do what we do. That's why I was like, whoa.
Oh, the moon goes void. That's the moon's last aspect. 11 hours and 59 minutes. 11 hours and 59 minutes. Yes.
Absolute moon.
Yes.
That was for your moon conjunct Jupiter.
Ciertamente. So yeah, you want to beware. Buyer's remorse for 11 hours, 59 minutes, and the seconds. I don't know.
Hold on, it's looking like if it's looking like 12 hours 1 minute.
12 hours and 1 minute.
Yeah, bro. From 14:52 to 2:53.
Ha. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys get all your so-called quote unquote Veterans Day shopping. We don't recognize it as Veterans Day, quote unquote, but respectfully saying, for respect of those that, live in their mind on that construct. because we respect all religion here, so to speak, quote unquote. Yeah, do all your shopping before 2:30 p.m. Because it's going to be buyer's remorse until after 2:53 a.m. on the 12th. If you make any major purchases between that time, that's collectively speaking. However, your natal chart, you go and get that, 7 Hill Star personal full, calendar and transit report, then you could actually see how that would actually affect you personally, according to how your chart set up. Can see how your chart set up. You got your savings and your check-in. You got your sidereal and your tropical. No, anyway. So let's move forward. All right. So I know, right? I crack it for me up it. So let's move forward. Okay. So for the 12th, right now, I have a sunrise, right? The sunrise that I have, and we're looking for a sun conjunct ascendant here to denote sunrise, because that's another way of denoting sunrise, sun conjunct the ascendant, right? And the next one that we're looking for is obviously for the 12th, and it says 6:51 and 38 minutes thereafter. And I have 6:52, it says on the calendar, so it's just more accurate with, seeing it there with the second, so it doesn't have to necessarily round up. However, let's continue. So let's see. Sunset also is at 16:49. All right, so I actually have that ingress, that lunar ingress there, right, as my first one. So we're going to do a Luna ingressing Pisces. All right, that's what we're looking for. Happy little Pisces. All right. And it's funny, we just got off that topic about Pisces with Ben Bay and CM Bay. So here we go. Luna is ingressing right here in the first house, all right, in Capricorn, right? Though is the ascending sign still. So Saturn's actually ruling the first house. The Aquarius Leo axis is completely intercepted by the first house. Second house cusp is in Pisces. However, within that first house, along with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, is Luna there. Luna's at 0 degrees Pisces, 0 minutes, right? Just about 4 degrees off and some change from Fomalhaut, right? The Watcher in the, that's the Royal Star in the South, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking at that correctly. So with that, moving on, because technically it's kind of opposite Regulus, which is, Watcher in the North, King in the North. When I'm looking at this here, guys, because I'm just going to go right straight to it, guys, because, we normally write out our reports or whatever, but, we got something coming up for you guys for those reports. So let's just continue doing our Freestyle Wednesday with the Luna here, right? I'm really looking at us really taking our subconscious mind with how we doing our self-spiritual exercise. And I really think that right here before we rise, you may find yourself having a day. You may normally don't wake up early, but you might actually find yourself, hey, I'm getting up early today. It's interesting. It's right after sunrise. Moonrise will be happening soon thereafter, as we can see. This is right before the first, this is right, pardon me, after the square that Brother Terrell had run into. So what I see here with Luna entering Pisces, I think some people are going to be having that early morning yoga flow. Shout out to Brother Corey Bay. I think here you may find yourself actually, transforming your habits. A lot of you may be thinking like, okay, yeah, I think I've quote unquote lost an hour on the 7th. However, some of you guys are waking up a few hours before sunrise, right? So that may be one of the things that you guys have done today. Also maybe done tomorrow and on the 12th and throughout most of the winter. Because there may be, for me, actually seeing this transit right here, and I'm pretty sure that's nearing, if it's not already in the 26th lunar mansion. We're finding some ways of really allowing ourselves to just, get along at the base of it all. However, subconsciously making sure that we're allowing ourselves to be secure and structured in our spiritual stance as well. So, with that Luna there, guys, and your emotions there and that Piscean flow, if you're feeling a little, meditative, take your time to really, make sure if you do get up early that morning, or you get up, a couple of hours after sunrise, make sure you take that time to yourself to get your early morning yoga flow going on, so that you can enjoy what you feel, how you feel. This one doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, this looks great. Gracias, linda. All right, so moving right along, guys, we're going right on to the next transit, right? And I have Sol, Trine, Neptune in 1123. So let's get a 12 in front of that 0, maybe. Can we get a 12 in front of that 0? Let's do it like that. We have Sun 120 degrees in aspect to Neptune, right? Two seconds. Give me one moment. Previous. There we go. All righty. I trust I did that right? All right, so let's go with this one more Ginsky. 11:23 and 24 seconds thereafter. We have the Sun trine Neptune, right? So the Sun's here at 20 degrees, Scorpio, 30 minutes. They're in the 10th house. So automatically, I'm already thinking of ways that we can, be, creative with our, in inherited status, making sure we are placing ourselves, and for you're Moorish American, I'm really glad about that moral and ethical positioning, because things can kind of get frustrating when you don't see that really working. But man, oh man, we see what Ben Bay did. Anyway, Sol trine Neptune, guys. This is a very watery trine. Alrighty, it's happening in the late degrees of both the signs, Scorpio and Pisces. What I'm really looking at is the deacons here, which is very interesting, because Neptune is in Scorpio's deacon, so to speak, if you're looking at it modernly, right? But if you look at it in terms as far as Chaldean, you would see it a little differently. But I just wanted to just kind of look at it like that for the moderners out there, see Neptune is in the deacon, and pardon me, I didn't mean to say terms, I mean to say face. So pardon me, just a few seconds back, for instead of deacon, but face, right? But so Neptune is there in like the last 10 degrees, which normally in modern astrology would go for, a Plutonian deacon, right? And then you have Scorpio and the lunar deacon. In Scorpio, the sun is in the lunar deacon. And, just to really look at that, it just really has me thinking that people are really finding ways of getting a raise right now. Like, I'm not saying sleep with your boss. What I am saying, though, is people may be, doing kind things with, this mindset that, they're going to get this positive outcome, at work, may increase their finances. Maybe it may increase their value. Maybe they may work hard and they'll get noticed for their hard work. And now they're more valuable to those that are at, in a position to, promote them. Right? Which means soon what's going to happen, the moon's going to be trying that sun also. It's just about roughly 16 degrees away. 16, we just say roughly times 2, it's 32 hours. So yeah, so in less than 32 hours, the moon's going to be trying that sun anyway. So what we really find ourselves really looking at here, guys, you can find yourself being able to take the dictates of your soul and your ego and really be able to take, some of you guys are really going into, I don't mind you being wise, which just means wise, wizard, wise, right? So being wise minds, wise men and women, right? What I would say is we will find ourselves actually allowing ourselves to really let go of some deep fears and inhibitions, and maybe even express some secrets that really been weighing on you. And you actually finding the value of really letting go, and you're improving your status within yourself, because now you can build your self-esteem with this kind of transit also, to, you know, put that in better terms. Moving forward, we have a Luna sextile Venus, right? If I'm reading that correctly. Luna 60 degrees in aspect, right? To Venus. And 15, 17, 36. It rounds it to 15, 18 in the calendar. Alrighty, guys. So when you see right here, guys, this is, you know, that growth and opportunity energy between home and values. Alrighty. So, you know, you guys may find yourself still continuing in your fixed autumn cleaning kind of status, but this will be the where you're kind of more of the whole furniture arrangement. However, when I actually look in the houses where these are taking place, it's 9 and 12. So you guys may be doing things like putting, you know, a library shelf in your bedroom. You may be kind of, you know, I know, right, hon? You may actually find yourself, and the reason why I say that, because, you know, you may find yourself multi-purpose. It's like, hey, if I don't want to watch TV because this, you know, this bookshelf doubles as a book stand. This book stand doubles as a TV shelf. That's what I meant to say. Pardon me, as a TV stand or whatever. And then it's like, hey, I can turn the tube off or whatever, and then I can go. It used to be tubes back in the day. I can turn the flat screen off and grab a book, you know, so to speak, and then I can, you know, relax and be comfortable. However, this is also where you guys may find yourselves being able to, you know, come across some erudition that, you know, actually allowed you to make your home business institution thrive a little better. Athena Pallas is right there between Luna and Neptune in that 12th house also. Just kind of looking at that energy as far as like sign energy with the sextile. And just, you know, really finding your ways of really establishing a structure where you can institute some really awesome, probably looking for perks, probably looking for gifts and giveaways type energy, which is interesting too, right? So that may be one thing that you may be considering also, especially for those of you that are really strong on, you know, educating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty, ads. And if not, you know, educating yourself, you don't enjoy that term. Actually absorbing and consuming the erudition necessary, because 12th house is also a business house. So it's not just, you know, it's bedroom pleasures, it's institutions, it's theater, it's film. So if you wanted to look at it from that stage also, you know, you may find yourself going out on a date. Netflix and chill would be the whole Luna sextile Venus, with that kind of, you know, structure being Capricorn, which is opposite of home. So you may find yourself visiting your, you know, your loved one, and you may enjoy a movie or so. Or you may find yourself, kind of a game night too, kind of, you know, that's a game night kind of energy also, you know, if you really think about it, sort of. However, in continuing, for my last one, don't want to be too verbose, right? Taking long, right? Luna trine Mars. Let's bring up the Mars. Let's turn it 6, right, into 12. Right. Luna trine Mars, right? So Mars, 9 degrees, 4 minutes, Scorpio, right? So it's partile trine, of course. 19:27:58 is when it takes place. So that's 7:27:58 post meridian Eastern. All right, and this is from the perspective from here near the Baltimore Corporation. And I'm sure soon, guys, like, and that's because that's how the calendar is set up. But we want to have some fun and check some other locations also to see how the sky looks from your domiciled area. So with this being said, guys, again, we have another trine that's involving Pisces and Scorpio. Look at that. There's another Pisces Scorpio trine. This one, however, is 5th and 9th house. So, you know, the future and the past are really getting their things together here, right? So there's this harmony pertaining to the future and the past. So you guys may be really finding yourselves actively wow, I don't want to say that. See, I just had, Brother Corey, I just had that, you know, moment, right? You know, when I'd be like, I just had a flash of a picture. Okay, this is kind of like people finding out that this older being, whether it's a woman or a man, is messing with this younger being. However, it's not going to be like, oh, it's so shocking or it's horrible. It's going to be like, wow, I wasn't expecting that, but whatever, like kind of energy, because it's like, long as they're happy and they're getting along, great. But it's really almost like, boy, you know, like that's kind of crazy. I didn't think so. Let me actually give you guys this. With that being said, it's funny too, because Venus is actually almost midpointing that trine. Goodness gracious. If Venus was at like 9 degrees, good in Capricorn, woo and wee, right? However, it's really just showing that there's just this real self-security going on, right? And you're really sure of yourself, whoever you are out there, collectively speaking. You're really finding a way to take what it is that you really intuit within yourself and securing that and being able to not allow the past to affect your future. So now you're able to find complementary ways of establishing yourself so you can value when you relate to others. See how I still added that Venus in the midpoint and then. All right, so with that being said, I am going to yieldeth the floor for these next 2 days of testimonies to my beloved brother, Corey Bey. Islam,
2 days, but not Tuesday. All right.
I know, right?
Saturn day and Sunday, starting off on Saturday. Moon is in Pisces. Sunrise appears to be 6:53. Sunset 16:48. We're observing the moon trine Mercury. That what we're trying? Yeah. Moon trine Mercury at 00 and 23 minutes into the beginning of the degree. The moon is 11 degrees Pisces, 43 minutes, and Mercury is 11 degrees Scorpio, 43 minutes. All right. So clear.
2 seconds. That's on me.
Pardon
Yeah,
me?
you already know that previous, but we're good.
I got you.
You're good.
13th now.
I think we're good.
Let's see if we are good. All right. Yeah, we're good. Indeed. So clear specific yogic pranayama breathing practice allows one to receive clear communication from behind the veil, if you will. You know what I mean? So pranayama is just the science of breathing. So yogic is the yoke, bringing it all together, marrying the mind, body, breath, if you will, all one. Indeed. So breathing practice allows one to receive clear communication from behind the veil. And that Communication is likely from, kind of yourself, but like your ancestors, your lineage, the collective, which we all are able to tap into, I'm saying, that collective consciousness. So do those breathing practices. All right, moving right along, we're observing Luna sextile a retrograde Uranus. All right, this is going down at 1:43. Luna's at 12 degrees Pisces, 26 minutes. And she should be in the CX. Yes, she is. And that's sextile retrograde Uranus at 12 degrees Taurus, 26 minutes in the 8th. So one's feelings towards the collective community service, or in our case, uplifting fallen humanity, or simply, your service or your work on a day-to-day. One's feelings towards this potentially suddenly opens portals to valuable inheritance, right? So again, it's a potential here. So however you feel about this has potential to open that portal or to not open that portal. So be mindful of this option around this time on this degree. Continuing on, we're observing Mercury opposing that retrograde Uranus at 10:56. So here we'll see Mercury in the 10th, 12 degrees Scorpio, 26 minutes, or 26 minutes. Yep, and it's opposing that retrograde Uranus, 12 degrees Taurus, 26 minutes in the 4th. Charged thoughts and communication pertaining to business creates a solid foundation that suddenly takes off. All right, that's my testimony here. So charged thoughts and communication pertaining to business, or the status of your business, if you will, or essential actions, activities, all right, creates a solid foundation, and which then things take off from that foundation. All right. There may be a home-based business, maybe a home-based online business here that may come to fruition, or you might be kind of working on, that's going to just really skyrocket once you really dial in to the frequency. However, moving along. Next up at 1646, we're observing Luna with Neptune. And Neptune is retrograde here. Yep, retrograde Neptune. 20 degrees Pisces, 29 minutes is the degree that they are sharing. And they're hanging out in the 11th house. So it's a good energy to share your intuitive truths, if you will. Don't hold that back. Maybe even share your breathing practice routine. All right, good time to share, teach, practice yoga, pranayama, qigong, these types of things that are meditative, even just meditation in itself. However, it's also a good time to share that with somebody. Share your practice, how you approach these different arts, if you will, to find harmony, self-healing, relaxation, ultimately health and quote unquote spirituality, or closer to that wholeness. But share your practice with others so that they may gain some type of insight from that and possibly spark something in them or incorporate some portion of what you share, so they can better themselves. All right. Continuing on, at 1918, we will witness the sun trine the moon. The sun is 21 degrees Scorpio, right? 50 minutes. And that's trining the moon, 21 degrees Pisces, 50 minutes in the 10th. Sun's in the 6th. Moon is in the 10th. This energy presents a regenerative spark in one's vision pertaining to business and career, right? So it's more likely to be again, regenerative, reinventing of something that you already have started or already do. Kind of like that Phoenix rising type energy, not necessarily completely shifting career paths or anything like that. I mean, that, it's possible, but that's not really what I'm getting here. It's more like, hey, I'm doing this way, and I just kind of want to, sharpen up the edges a bit and kind of not necessarily change course, but just kind of repackage maybe how I present this stuff, if you will. So that's it for Saturn Day. That's what we got for Saturday. And we're moving on to Sunday, November 14th, right?
5th, 10th. But that was hugging the 6th house cusp though, but that is still fit though. So that Lily vibe. Yeah, no, you was good. Because I still think, I already know how William Lilly and some of them astrologers, like, if it's within 5 degrees, it's considered in the next house. So that's why I can say anything really about that.
Look, it ain't Lily. It ain't Willie Lilly or William Lilly. It's Corey Bey. And that's
But I also said it for those that be like, oh no, he said the 5th, he's at the 6th house, and it's in the 5th. Hold on, slow your roll, because I hear you. Let me stop. You know what I mean? Just like, it just reminded me of that, like, that still fits. Like, when I think about it, like, yeah. Anyhowser, bro, it's on you. I got it at the sunrise for Sunday.
The sunrise is 6:54 Sunday. Sunset is 16:48. All right, we're observing the moon sextile Pluto at 40 minutes into this degree. All right, the moon is 24 degrees Pisces, 40 minutes. All right, and that's is that still in the 7th?
Yep, technically, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. And
but the 8th house cusp is at like 1 degree, 40 right. Aries, yeah, so you good.
And Pluto is 24 degrees Capricorn, 40 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. And that's hanging out in the 5th. So creating structured means of communication opens opportunity for relationships that feel like they are kind of meant to be, or maybe existing relationships come more telepathic in a way, like the communication is stronger. I mean, it could still be verbal communication. However, it just seems like really in sync. You know what I'm saying? You guys are really in tune, be it some type of someone new that you've met, or it could be as it pertains to existing relationships. But there's definitely a flow and like harmony with communication that feels almost surreal, if you will. All right. And the moon is void, of course, here. So the moon goes void course for the next 10 hours, 8 minutes, and 18 seconds to my calculations here. All right. At which point the moon will ingress Aries. Yep. And that's going down in the 2nd house. All right. So this energy possesses a raw, intuitive feeling. You can feel, one may feel like they're ready for whatever is ahead of them, or that they are ready to face anything head on type of energy. You know what I mean? So that's the feeling of like, kind of like feeling at home within this energy, but ready to take charge at, whatever's ahead of you again. All right. And that's actually it for Sunday. as far as my testimonies. I yield the floor.
Indeed, it is Monday, and it is on me. I have a Luna sextile Saturn. Let's get that going, right? At 60 degrees. However, I'll just mention sunrise for here. So this is for the 15th of November, and that is at 1:59 and 13 seconds thereafter for the Luna sextile Saturn. However, sunrise is at 55 minutes after 0600, sunset 47 minutes after 1600. We have this Luna sextile Saturn. It is a 7th house and 5th house sextile here. And Luna is in Aries and Saturn is in Aquarius. So when I see this type of thing going on here, I'm also looking at a way for us to secure our relationships, or actively securing our relationships, and being able to, creatively find ways of kind of rebelling, or kind of, doing some things that's a little out of the norm for you. Saturn in Capricorn gives the discipline. For me, where Saturn in Aquarius gives the group pouring of knowledge, right? So you may find a way to kind of get away from things that, may have seemed restrictive, and allow yourself to just kind of, create and expound upon the daemon that you have in the moment. And the daemon in the moment would be that part of spirit between Saturn and Jupiter, right? And allowing, in that moment, if we were to look at that in the part of fortune, they're, technically having a peak period right now to one another. So with that being said, I would just allow ourselves to be able to creatively relate with people. We may find ourselves coming across unusual people and find ourselves relating to them. You never talked to a homeless person before. I bet you find out he knows 5 different languages, and one of them you're interested in learning. Are you gonna transact your tuition with that homeless guy? That kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that kind of energy. You may find yourself in just unusual recreative events. If you find yourself, doing some family planning, it's wouldn't be a bad practice, energy here. I would still kind of maybe wait till that moon hits Taurus, to, probably contemplate bringing seed forth. And honestly, because, it's not a bad time because the moon's still increasing in light, but definitely that moon hits Taurus on that full moon status. It's going to be in the same sign, but right before it hits that full moon status, it would just be like really awesome. But actually, we already had the, if I'm not mistaken, that next full moon might actually take place in, no. It should take place in Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. Like, next full moon should still take place in Scorpio on the 19th, right? Is that right? Did I get that right? On the 19th, lunar eclipse, full moon, right? So with that being said, guys, I'm just, like I said, really with this energy, allow yourself to relate to the unusual. I really think you'll find yourself really enjoying, don't allow yourself to be so much in your head. Easily forgive others while you're allowing others to just show their creative side, and expound upon some things that really could create and increase not only your health, but also your career. So yeah, allow the unusual to teach you some things that you actually really need. So, get past the cover that you're judging pertaining to that book. All right. In continuing, you have the Luna square Venus, right? So let's get a little bit of that Venusian energy selected. Turn that 6 upside down, right? So Luna is a 90-degree aspect to Venus. We have Luna in the 6th house. That's the that's the house pertaining to help and service, how others are serving you or you are serving others. Open enemies would be your colleagues at work. You all are competing for the same goal, so to speak. That's how they will put it. However, you can always change your mind and put yourself under your own hypnosis and say you're not competing with anyone. And you're just, subcontracting for resources, so to speak. With that being said, you have a Luna there in the 6th house in Aries, right? Luna in Aries is very short-tempered, but also gets over their temper very quickly, as far as the short temper is concerned. 30 seconds and it's over. It kind of even forgot about it. So, don't lose your temper at work, especially with the square here to the Venus. It's like, oh, I thought I was expecting this raise. And as you're speaking about your raise, because that Venus is clearly in the 3rd house in Capricorn. So you're talking to your boss about you being pissed about the raise, and you're going to get over it. However, also a positive thing with the square, because squares are challenges and obstacles. So you're really allowing yourself to get over how you feel about things at work. And what you're going to really do is allow yourself to get over that obstacle by really just finding things and thinking about things that you really find valuable in what it is that you do to secure yourself, or to be able to get the essential things that you need. So you'll stop putting so much meaning on how you go about obtaining your resources and really just enjoy the fact that you have a means to do so. In continuing, Sol is in a 90-degree aspect with Brihaspati, right? We have Surya, which is the sun, in a 90-degree aspect with Brihaspati or Guru, which is Jupiter. And that's taking place according to the calendar at 1458. We have 1458 and 7 seconds. Thereafter, that is actually taking place. And Sol is here at 23 degrees, Scorpio, 40 minutes, right? And we have Jupiter, obviously, at the same degree in minutes, but 90 degrees later. They're in Aquarius, right? You guys are going to be finding yourselves, what's interesting about this? Even though squares are obstacles and challenges, the creative energy pertaining to the sun there in Scorpio, however, it's interesting because Scorpio is ruled by Mars. The sun is exalted in Aries, which is also ruled by Mars. Scorpio is 8 houses or 150 degree in aspect, so to speak, to, that would be, I guess, a Krishna Paksha 150 degree aspect, or the quincunx, so to speak, of closing quincunx from Aries to Mars, from Aries to Scorpio. So with that being said, including having Mars there, still kind of under the beams of the sun, though, I would say Mars is, but it's at least it's in Scorpio, ruling over the sun and Mercury there. And you'll be really finding, it's so funny because the moon's about to rise and Aries is on the rise also. You'll be actually finding yourself really, really relying on occult knowledge. Like, I mean, can it get any more Scorpio if the sun in the 8th house in Scorpio? like, that's so 8th. It's so, death and rebirth-ish, right? However, you got Jupiter in the 11th house, alrighty. So Jupiter's in its joy. Let's not ignore that. Jupiter is clearly in its joy in the 11th house, alrighty. So it's ready to bring good fortune, actually. So even though Jupiter and the sun are square, there's a joy in this obstacle, literally. Jupiter is in the joy in this obstacle. So you guys may actually be finding yourselves finding little tidbits of things revealed to you. You may be actually challenged with something, and the whole time you thought you were challenged with it, you couldn't get it. Someone teaches you a quote unquote trick to get through it. You're like, oh my God, I never had that perspective before. It's that kind of energy. All right. So someone's going to be able to share a perspective that you've never been able to see before. And it's going to seem like, oh, that came out of nowhere. Like you're magical behind the scenes ish with some knowledge. No, they're going to allow you to increase your productivity by showing you tricks of the trade, quote unquote. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. Get the sunrise up if I just can in time for you. I think 6:56 is your sunrise, Brother Terrell. And I yield the floor ish.
All right, everybody. Islam. What are we looking at? This is the 16th. Yes, Tuesday. All right. What you say? 6:56. 656 minutes. Yes. The sun seems to set at 16:46. All right. The first aspect we're going to look at here is again the moon and Jupiter. Well, that was the last aspect that we looked at for me, right? Moon sextile Jupiter. Moon in Aries, 4th house. Moon at home. Interesting. And Aquarius. I mean, Jupiter's in Aquarius in the 2nd house. Huh. Look at that. Huh. Yeah, so, this might be a good time to get talk to your mother or any type of, woman close to you about, some philosophical properties that you possibly came across.
Hey, yo, you killed that, bro. Stop, yo. You killed that, bro.
You're hilarious.
You killed that. No. When you said talk to your mother, right? In my head, I'm like, that's 2nd and 4th house. But 4th house is 3rd from 2nd. That's talking to your mother. You killed that, bro. Like that, yo, right there, bro. Like, you killed that, yo. Like, yeah, all right, I yield.
Yeah, so, just with that, you may help your mother with some challenge or obstacle she may have been dealing with psychologically. Or it may be reversed. Your mother may help you, with something based on something she, know will resonate with, her baby, so to speak, as she would say, right? So, just talk to your elders around this time, get out with, take them out to eat or something, do some sort of activities with your elders and, or, your close friends, it's like that family reunion vibe almost.
Family reunion.
Yeah.
Reunion. No, not like that. Okay.
But so yeah, like I said, just express yourself. Get into that subconscious mind and speak up. Right. Listen to your elders. Right. The moon, that's the moon's last aspect for the moon being in Aries. So it's going to go into Taurus. What's that? What I got?
Hold up. Where we at? Hold on.
Oh, no. Okay, no. I'm wrong.
You jumped in the DeLorean on me. Wait a minute, Michael JaguarSolar.
Yo.
Not Michael J. Fox, Michael Jaguar.
You're hilarious.
No?
You're hilarious. Okay, no, you're right. You want me. You want my ass. That's cool. Okay, so moon squares Pluto. That's the next aspect. And then after that, I can say my calculation. Okay, right. So moon square Pluto. Right. So moon's still in Aries and squaring Pluto and Capricorn. This is interesting too. Yeah. So yeah, there's that self identity crisis, so to speak, or something may be detrimental, or it may seem detrimental in a sense, physically speaking. However, it may be beneficial for the psychological aspect of life, or metaphysically speaking, because that physical thing may have needed to be released. So that just how when we don't listen to certain our intuition, we have to experience that thing physically for us to get it, period. That's just how it goes. So that change is essential at this time, so be open for it, so to speak. And again, listen to your elders, because it may be some message that's communicated that, get you off your rocker, so to speak. But just stand on your square. Don't be so emotionally moved, or don't be so responsive to people's suggestions, so to speak. Like, just, take it with a grain of salt, as they say. Right? And then again, well, not again. The moon will go void for 10 hours and 27 minutes.
Well, hold up. Really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. That's 1027, all right? 1051, 1918.
Holy crap, bro.
Yeah.
That's a bop.
Yeah, these are some long voids over this cycle too, yo. Like, if you peep that.
I've actually noticed that, like, when doing those weather reports over the last couple of years, the wintertime did have some really lengthy, but I think I remember one void, of course, being up to almost like 34 hours one time. I was like, whoa.
34 hours. What?
I think something like that. I'm not
everything,
bro.
Everything had to be like in the early degrees. Everything.
Yes, it was something like that, and it was only like 4 or 5 signs that they were in. That everything was in except the moon. It was like, yo, that's
right.
That's
interesting.
Yeah, but I yield. Okay, the void, of course, yeah, bro.
1027. Yeah, 1027. Yeah. So just this whole cycle, you want to be mindful with your resources, okay? You've heard the moon, the void, of course, is, and they're lengthy, and they're also during, the sun being above the horizon. If the sun is above the horizon, so you want to just, again, be mindful of your resources. So we're going to move on to the sun. It's going to sextile Pluto, right? Right, so the sun is in Scorpio, as we know. Still, it's going to go into Sagittarius very soon, 5 days from this day, 16th. It's in the 7th house. That's the 7th house? Yeah. Interesting. Sextile Pluto in the 10th house. Ah, yeah. Look at that. That authority figure is just there. Like, whew. Yes. Yeah, so just that individuality with or transforming, really, again, transforming that mental construct that you are, accustomed to, or you may be fixed in. There's some adjustment that needs to be applied, so you can, like, uncover the things that you naturally inherited, or that you naturally are, so to speak. There's these things that needs to be let go, so to speak, for that inheritance. Just basically being who you are. Right. But you gotta, put in the work for that. That doesn't just, seeds don't grow overnight. So you have to be diligent and put that effort forth. Right. That's definitely very key.
Can I add, the knowledge would be valuable when you have that, what you're saying, putting the effort forth. That knowledge behind that effort is going to work, because Venus and the ascendant are trine.
Yeah. Right. And then that's the 10th, and then that's that 10 degrees in Capricorn. That's like memory, I think, or religion. So that's definitely, like, you're definitely going to be realizing what you know. And it's like, oh man, I really thought about that. Like, you might read a book that is from 1718 or something, and you thought that thought. And you may think, like, ooh, did I write this book? So yeah, just go back into those inheritances that you've been given, that you've inherited from your authorities or your elders, so to speak. Young women who value you, so to speak. It can be any type of unified interests, so to speak.
Yeah. Islam.
So change your mind so you can change your reality. And I almost did it. Okay, got one more. The moon is gonna go into Taurus. So that 10-hour and 27 void of course, the moon will go into Taurus at 21:18. It's in the 10th house. Cancer's on the rise. Muy interesante. Goodness gracious.
And moon's in its exaltation sign. Yeah. I was going, you already were going there. Pretty cool though. And it's funny though, when this is happening, Luna's just ingressing its exaltation while the ascendant is just making its exit.
Right.
From the sign that Luna rules. So it's almost like, you know, when you stick your arm in the door of the subway before it pulls off, just so you can kind of pry the door open. it's that energy. Go ahead, I yield, bro.
Yeah, hilarious. And it's the mastery degree too, with that 29 on the rise. So it's like, yeah, you know.
Exalted mastery. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
they call it 29 degree, also the anaretic degree. Critical degree.
Right. Those critical degrees is just that that accomplishment or not, so to speak. So, you know.
How about this? And the part of exaltation is on the rise too. Like literally the Arabic part of exaltation is on the rise in the first house.
Islam.
Conjunct Regulus. Because not Regulus, because Regulus is in Virgo. Pardon me. Strike Regulus from the record. I yield.
Strike Regulus from the record.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, so moon in the 10th house, you know, yeah, just be the pioneer that your mother created you to be. You know, express your emotional, you know, feelings. Let your subconscious mind unify with your conscious mind, right? So you are able to act accordingly, right? Getting your resources in order. How about painting or something? I want to go bowling. How about go bowling? You know, do that with your buddies. I think that's great. Music too. Definitely always music. Or, you know, criticize some music with your buddies or something. I don't know. Business plans. Yeah. But yeah, just, you know, let everybody come together so we can all eat again, you know, with that moon and Taurus, you know, bringing those resources together for the emotional or economic security once again. Yeah. So, you know, unify your mind to uplift fallen humanity. And I will yield the floor to my magnificent brother Horary Bey.
Indeed. All right, we're on to Wednesday, November 17th. As Brother Jack said, the moon is in Taurus. Sunrise appears to be 6:57. Sunset appears to be 16:40. So our first observation is at 12:23. 12:22:49. All right, and we are bearing witness to or observing Mars opposing a retrograde Uranus. Right, so Mars is hanging out here in the 9th house, 12 degrees Scorpio, 16 minutes, and Uranus at the same degree and minute point, but in Taurus. All right, so as one reflects and observes one's business activity, a sudden thought change pertaining to a sudden thought sparks change pertaining to value, and if chosen to act on said thought, this will likely cause your business endeavors to take off to a next level.
It's fire. Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
All right. Brother Corey.
Yeah, he killed that, yo.
So reflect on these business matters and, take and act accordingly so that you can progress and take advantage of this energy that's available to us. So astrology business takes off.
Yo, in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, this like the meeting before the deal. It's like, yo, just wait till that Mercury's kazemi. You feel me? Like, wait till the Mercury's kazemi. But anyway,
Venus in the 11th too, man. Goodness gracious, yeah, indeed.
All right,
Be good, bro. What do you think?
Indeed, at 1319, we're observing Luna squaring Saturn, right? So Luna's in Taurus at 8 degrees 3 minutes in the second house, and Saturn is 8 degrees 3 minutes in Aquarius in the 12th, right? So this moon placement is actually at the 4th lunar mansion. It's good for removing obstacles. So I kind of look at that as this square is completely just a step in. It's not really a means for opposition or somewhat friction, because being at the 4th lunar mansion point, it kind of negates that, washes that out, if you will. So valuing intuition one possesses provides a stepping stone, if you will, essential in learning what one has come here to share. You see how I word that there? So tune into your intuition that you came here with, that you possess, and use that as a stepping stone or a ladder or a boost to that is essential here in learning what you have come here to share. You know what I mean? So take all
you like still like that Venus in the 11th is shadowing that testimony too, bro, because she's applying trine to Uranus while Saturn's applying square.
And then Uranus and Mars are opposed to each other too. So yeah,
yo, bro,
that's weird. Yeah, 1 minute discrepancy. It's
yes, indeed. All types of astro fortune cookies. So in 1939, we are observing the moon trine Venus here, right? So the moon's still in Taurus. All right. She looks like she's in the 11th. Is that the 11th?
Conjunct a part of victory. Hell yeah, she's in the 11th.
Still got her Nike swooshes.
I mean, heaven, yes, she's in the
11th. She just did it.
She just did it. You see. Moon 11 degrees Taurus, right? Trining Venus at 11 degrees Capricorn, right, in the 7th. And Luna is in the 11th, indeed. So actually sharing your experience pertaining to your scientific approach to realigning oneself with nature, or what's kind of commonly called religion, actually will assist one's relationship with oneself. And what else do I have here? Let me see. I really can't read what I wrote, but I'm looking at this here, and it's really about sharing your approach to what you call, quote unquote religion. You know what I'm saying? Your approach to realigning yourself with nature actually assist others and assist you in that course of action as well. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Bro.
Sheesh,
Bro, I know Venus is setting, but she's in the same sign with the part of fortune and Pluto, of course, right? While Saturn's in the 8th, right? In Saturn, right? So
Saturn's in
two
the 8th.
things. Luna's exalted and it's conjunct the part of victory, which is you know the Arabic part for Jupiter, right?
Right.
All right. Technically, it's in the 11th, so it would be in its joy, that part of Jupiter.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
With a setting Venus, with the part of fortune and it almost what time is that?
7:39.
Bro, it almost because you know we ain't for gambling. You feel me like that? You know what I mean? It's like that's almost lottery type stuff. That's almost like jackpot type situation. It's that again. It's almost like when the moon was just coming into Taurus and Venus. I mean, the ascendant was just about to exit Cancer. It's almost like that. It's man, I can't explain it, but it's almost like you thought it's Saved by the Bell. I'll leave it right there. I'll say that, and I don't necessarily mean the show. I mean the term that quote.
Yeah, like word. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, that's a game winner too. Like that's the game winner shot type energy.
Yeah. I yield, bro. Excellent. I yield.
Islam. All right. So 2144, moving along, we're bearing witness to Luna conjunct or with a retrograde Uranus, right? What house are they hanging out in? They're in the 10th. Okay. So here you may feel pressured, emotions are high, and moods are swinging, constantly changing. So there's a lot of shifts and emotions and moods, rapido. However, this also could cause some sudden changes in status and business as well. All right.
Man, somebody moving, bro. Let me stop. No, I'm serious. That's somebody moving.
Yeah, someone's moving for sure.
Somebody moving.
Yeah, for sure.
I yield.
All right. At 2220, we're observing Luna opposing Mars. All right. Luna is in the 10th house. All right. Did you switch it up yet? No, not yet.
Boom, shakalaka.
There we go. 2220. Luna's in the 10th at 12 degrees Taurus. 35 minutes? Is that 35? 33 minutes.
33, yeah.
33 minutes. And it's opposing Mars in the 4th at 12 degrees Scorpio, 33 minutes. So you're ready to go to war. You're really ready to take on whatever, for what you see is essential, right? In a lot of cases, this is being one's freedom on multiple levels, if you will, minding your business because your business is home. Okay, so you're standing up and taking on whatever you need to take on for what's essential, right? And the reflection here is that you're standing on the fact that you are home.
Wow. Interesting too how Luna is in its accidental fall pertaining to the 10th house, and Mars is in its accidental detriment because it's in the 4th house. Right. So yeah, when you was like that, let's get ready to rumble kind of energy. Yes, but esoterically speaking, however, of course, as it's just like when you just like, yep, but that's it though. That's definitely it. Seriously. However, I yield the floor.
I yield the floor, bro. That concludes my testimonies for this degree Wednesday.
Indeed. Well, guys, look, to be completely like honest with you guys, like this has been amazing. And trying for the second cycle in a row, just kind of doing it on the fly as far as bringing up the aspects. Of course, you know, guys, we have been we're saving our reporting energy, you know, in my head, of course, and just kind of put it out there. Shout out to Brother Sean Mel. He's brought forth, dropped a description and the eleemosynary tuition for the mental magician AstroLiteracy session with him. So we got to get that. I'll have that on the website tomorrow after doing all the, you know, work for our YouTube. And so when it comes to the reports, we're giving you guys like 6 moon cycles of reporting that we've been, you know, scribing ourselves from all our different resources within our libraries and our computers. And we see that they have way more value to those that really, you know, can see like, oh, dang, man, like that's what you guys can do. Yeah, cool. So, and I know we can really delineate off the top of our head also, you know, however, I wanted you guys to see that not only can we write them, but we can also do this thing where we just kind of like going off the top of our head or just taking spark notes for ourselves as we glance over and allow ourselves to really tap in and just intuitively give you guys a collective, delineation, taking our diverse testimonies to give you a full synthesis and delineation, so to speak. So with that being said, moving forward, you guys can get a whole lot more of the reporting when you guys are, you know, beginning sessions with us. You know, and especially because, you know, if you guys also want just reports, you like, hey man, I really can't, you know, be on the phone. I can't really be on Zoom like that. I just want, you know, those reports that you guys, you know, handwrite or whatever, or can put together and type up or whatever. Because Brother Sean L has in his description, you know, give him 24 to 48 hours to do all the research and put it together and type it up, which I think is amazing. And it's in lieu of forms. Oh, that tickles me. Oh, free speech. I gotta love it. So with that being said, we're being secure in our person's houses, papers, and effects. So in moving forward, you guys, you know, when we're going here, as I'm about to do even right now, let me share this content. All right. You guys can go to, of course, we already knew 7heelstar.com, right? And you can allow, let me see. Okay, that doesn't really work that way. So it is what it is. And you can allow yourself, guys, to just have like the greatest experience ever astrologically. Just, you know, and the reason why I'm saying that, because we're always just brainstorming and creating every day. We, you know, are communicating with each other every day, all 5 astrologers that, you know, just making sure that we're looking at similar things, same literatures, just keeping our heads in the focus that really ultimately this is the first and foremost for nationals, you know, people that have declared and proclaimed their nationality. Very soon on 7heelstar.com, you guys will be able to do what is necessary as far as, you know, go further in that direction pertaining to declare and proclaim your nationality once we actually figured out the organization of how we want to facilitate that for you guys. Because it's definitely about correcting your status. And shout out once again, I'm so glad that Brother Cujo shared this presentation that he went live with yesterday on Sunday. You know, I think he did that on Tuesday. So that was just really awesome, really amazing. So we get to actually share the energies from that inspiration and just have you guys just allow yourselves to come to 7heelstar.com, get the different readings and the different sessions. First and foremost, you can't ever really go wrong with that as far as getting your recorded sessions, AstroLiteracy sessions. But when it comes to the writing and the reports, guys, yeah, those are the things that will be coming forward as far as literature is concerned and other things. that we have plans for. So I really would like for you guys to really see what's going on. I'm going to really drop this example report that Brother Sean did. It's amazing. Actually, it's a PDF. I'm going to make it. I think he wants me to make it available if I can as a template for you guys to really kind of look at, you know, what his mental magician report is about. You know, and he just called it that to be fun. We already know the oral statements and prophecies of Noble Ali. Can't really remember which number, but just paraphrasing, you know, Prophet asked any you know, magic, and people stood up and, you know, raised their hand. He's like, I'll kill you all. And, you know, it says when Prophet Noble Ali is speaking, you know, he's speaking in the spirit of Allah. And so like, oh, what is it with magic and stuff like that? It's like, well, and what I intuit from that, what I discerned is that just briefly, what happens is, you know, people that were just manipulating nature instead of actually being sincere about, you know, utilizing the elements in harmony with nature, you know, I think that's what the negative connotation was put there on so-called magic in that sense. Alrighty, so with that being said, guys, remember, you can always, you know, get things done through us by, you know, exchanging the LMOs and our tuition, and we still also provide things pro bono also, because we, like we said, we know, guys, this is really about correcting your mindset, regaining your lost estate, and that lost estate is your mind. So regaining that lost mind, and being yourself. So with that being said, the best way to do that is to know yourself, do it through astrology. Alrighty, so you guys know you have the featured products also, where you guys can get pro bono study material, as well as the study material for the for the Star Seeds AstroLiteracy set for 30 units in lieu of lawful money, as well as the calendar. Still, like we said, it's just a hot commodity novelty piece because we originally put it together all ourselves. So with that being said, online appointments, as you guys know. However, first and foremost, why do we do this community service every Eloah Raphael every Wednesday? Your personal full year 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar and Transits report, alrighty, for 180 units in lieu of lawful money. That's what we are accepting currently right now, because Brother Corey for president, what Brother Corey says, right? Brother Corey says we about to be taking NFT. No, I'm stop. We really, I'm telling you guys, if you had 180 pre-1964 silver dimes, that's probably really our preference, actually. Like, you really want me to send him rolls of silver dimes? Like, I'll have Mother Sekhmet send you the website. like, what's the website they can go to? Like, I'll ever send you the website. But anyway, you said AtMax. Yeah, so AtMax, obviously you can get rolls of dimes pre-1964 that are silver. All right. We like Mercury heads. So anyway, so with that being said, so online appointments, guys, of course, as you can see, you guys can get, you already know, sound font development, huge sound project on the way, guys. I get this bit of paperwork off my desk. I'm not going to say anymore. I already said it already. Huge sound project on the way. When it comes to just overall PR, public relations, Pingalermits, alrighty. You guys, when it comes to your JaguarSolar AstroLiteracy session, the AstroCore AstroLiteracy session, Who Am I and What's My Purpose AstroLiteracy session, all amazing readings, guys, all right? And we are all 7 Hill Star astrology certified. Alrighty, so we all can do the same. We can all do each reading equally. Alrighty, guys. So even when, you know, say, hey, I want, who am I? What's my purpose? It's saying on Hasan's, but it don't say it on yours. Can you do that? Yes. Yes, they all can. We all can do a who am I and what's my purpose. Alrighty. So you can get that. It's just, it depends on which astrologer you speak with. And like Brother Jack says, teamwork makes the dream work, right? So we're making sure we're going to gather and make sure that we have the astrologers best suited for you, because you would also want to be compatible with your astrologer. So we also are making sure that happens captain also. However, we're definitely here first and foremost for uplifting fallen humanity. It's an emergency. So if you come in the ER, you're like, I just gave my chart, right? Can somebody please read my chart? And then you're like, okay, come in a triage. We got you. What's your what day? What's the month? The year? You know what time you manifested? Guys, you can get your Mirror AstroLiteracy sessions for 153 units in lieu of lawful money, alrighty. And classes and events, guys, remember, first and foremost, the one we want you to always start off with when it comes to the AstroLiteracy, pardon me, that I just doeth thateth. 2 seconds. And when it comes to these classes, we want you guys to always get your hands on first the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Google Drive Archive. That's just the title. They're all archived on Google Drive. All righty. However, this is the first one where you guys get the Prophet Noble Drali University videos that are, thrown in there extra that I normally don't mention, and so many other extras in there, guys. You will not be disappointed. You get your hands on that one first. All righty. As you guys can see, we also have the other two Prophet Noble Drali University AstroCivics community meetups. Number 2 was 108 in lieu of lawful money there, all the way to the right. The third one that we did, if I'm not mistaken, is meet Prophet Noble Drali in his literature. That's the best thing you can do. You can meet Prophet Noble Drali in his literature and really get to know and study and get to know the material yourself, and just be sincere about how you go about it. Because, a lot of people are adept in different areas and can do different things. And once you're able to see that, man, it's very humbling to really see where you are with knowledge. And then you find yourself no longer in the Negro Black colored state of mind, respectfully saying. The Astrology 101 Workshop 2021 Horary Workshop was amazing. Magi Infinity Sphere astrology workshop, right? Where we went over Horary and Prashna techniques. Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Amplified, as of course, that's after the first one I said, give. Solar Arcs and Moor. Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Synastry and we. And then there's a diacal review of everything we did in 2020, guys. All those are archived and ready for you to consume and grab. You guys won't be disappointed. I mean, we really went in over this last year and a half, and we got some things planned. It's just, I know it's like, okay, what are they doing now, guys? We're really, Mother Segment has a lot of things that I'm really looking to just conveniently incorporate. However, I think we're going to focus on that big champion sound, right? Next. So I think sound is what we're going to focus on next, so you guys can, have some sound font development samples for your ears, So with that being said, guys, you'll see the 7-day astro, 7-day tropic medical astro weather report. We will post this, which is what you're viewing now. You can catch the last one from last cycle, and you guys can see actually today, right, what we delineated for today. See if it matched up, right? So you can go and check out last cycle's video to see what was delineated for up to today. And then you guys will see the new one there shortly by 9 a.m. at the latest next day. All righty. So with that being said, let me stop the screen share, bring it back to Zoom. My bros, are you here? We're going to go out, be ourselves, and tell them to donate type situations.
That is the word for the word.
Right? Am I back? Oh, okay. I'm not all the way back here. Now I'm all the way back. All righty. So thank you so much, guys. You stuck it out 3 minutes after midnight. We normally don't take this long, but we was really enjoying ourselves earlier. So it is what it is. About to get some rest, all of us. So you guys enjoy yourselves, be yourself, and donate.
That's how it goes.
Favorable nation is donation. Islam.
I know, right? Do nation.
Cooperation builds the nation.
Yeah, I know, right? Right? A donation is a gift, so you can do nation.
The donus.
Right? That's pretty cool, right? All right. So anyway, my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, thank you again. All righty, for hanging with me until tomorrow. It is now tomorrow or the next day. All righty. Namaste to you all. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace.
Islam, people.